the pace at which billionaires can get their results quickly, I'll use the word now, it will outpace us in our adaptability. You know what I mean?
For sure.
We will not be ready
For sure.
by the time we're losing that. America led the internet revolution, right? But they also created attention economies, algorithmic addiction, and burnout culture. My question to you, Ibra, is: has innovation outpaced our humanity?
I don't think outpaced is the word that I would use. I would say confused.
Mm.
I think it has definitely confused us. We confuse a lot of innovation for improvement rather than distractions. If you get what I mean. I feel like, yeah, of course, we've done some pretty good work, but some other things, like we discussed like the last time, like talking about Nigeria, the same question about tech, like some things we just don't need. It might feel like we need them, but we are spending a lot of money, like on the race of AI, for example, with Meta just acquiring this $15 billion whatever. And even Google and the likes, like Microsoft, are not really sure if that's the right move. And this is the same guy that has spent billions also on the metaverse and a lot of other things. It's like there's this race to somewhere, and that's that destination. It's not about humans' experience being better. And that's the problem that I have with tech these days. If you get what I mean, right?
Yep.
So it's like we are trying to build these things, but it's now not coming from the perspective of life will surely be. They would sell some ideas of how it will make it better, but are those really the things that we need to make life better now?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. That instead of actually stripping everything down to what do we actually need to make life better, there's something else that drives them. To be honest, it's money, yeah? And they can only sell what they think could be more addictive or could be more time wasting, so that you're not focused and you spend your time, and you can sell that time now to people that are willing to pay the money for it. One thing that is coming to my head, at first I was thinking technology has been very positive for the US as well, right? As it is for the rest of the world. But now I started thinking further, and I'm thinking, wow, one of the biggest things that I've changed from 1975 to now is how far technology has replaced jobs that allowed people to be important actually back then. You know, and this is one of the things that J.D. Vance, for example, also said in that speech when he was at this innovation forum thing. I think with that,
Like
we
a
actually
summit, yeah.
dissected that. How the innovation of tech have taken away the dignity of the American workforce, right? Especially for the blue collar guys. America and the rest of the world, they're further pressing into that. I'm not usually the type of person to say that AI will take our job, so don't develop AI. I'm not usually that kind of person. I think us as humans have to adapt as well. But if we have to compete between dignity in our life and being able to work, and compete with billionaires being able to save more money and make more money, I think we'll always lose, you know? Like we can always say you can adapt, you should learn more, you should do this, you should do this.
Yeah.
The pace at which billionaires can get their results quickly, I'll use the word now, it will outpace us in our adaptability. You know what I mean?
For sure.
We will not be ready
sure.
by the time we're losing that job. Especially for people in the US. You might think now that, oh, I have a job that AI can replace. Let me quickly try to get another degree. Let me quickly try to learn a new skill. Bah! Zuckerberg is working faster than that. If it takes you 1 year to get a new skill, Mark or Sam Altman, they're about to kick you off your job in 4 years and in 4 months, right? Because they're throwing all the money in the world at it, right? And it has also, they have shown themselves in the past to not care for a balance, and the American government is not doing anything about it. So for this tech part, I would have said tech is always going to be a positive thing if we were talking about another country. But talking about the US, I think in the long run, and already as we see in 2025 with the job market, it's not a good thing in 2025. In 2010, amazing. Do you know what I mean? Made work simpler.
Yeah, I think that was a peak.
Exactly.
That was the peak
In
of it.
2025 now, I don't know. The US government is not doing enough to protect the people from billionaires that are running towards this race that you're talking about. And what this race does,
Yeah.
it automates things. It replaces humans with robots because they are smarter and ish, and and there's no protection for the humans.
Yeah, for sure. Because I'm now thinking, what is then the question? You would argue now that the goal of these things is to for sure make life better for us. So why am I having something replace me, like depriving me of my purpose?
I think it's a definition of what is a better life. So I'll go back to what J.D. Vance said in one of those things. J.D. Vance basically said that he was speaking to one of these tech billionaires, and I think I saw another interview on Instagram. I forgot who the person was. The person basically said they don't want to mention the name, but it's one of these AI king, and this person in their private life knows that AI will fuck us all up, but outside they're pushing AI. But let's go back to what J.D. Vance said. Some of these guys believe that the better life is AI and robots and all that stuff being able to do everything we need, and that frees time for us as humans to go on holidays and do whatever we want.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
That's a better life for someone that is a billionaire that owns stuff and still have the opportunity to get the dignity. And this was what J.D. Vance was saying, that there is dignity in labor as well. So forcing people out of that labor is you stripping them of their dignity, and that's not a better life. But they don't see it the same. The definition is different.